Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. You know.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? It is time for episode 4 of what you asked? Well, let me tell you, my name is Malky. To my right we have
Dobie.
And we represent two mics.
Two friends.
In one show, the Daps and Pounds show. Oh,
Booyah.
So happy.
Y'all
so
thought.
happy.
And you know what? I'm just going to say it.
Say it.
I bet we had some doubters.
Doubters.
I bet they're going to put out one episode.
One episode.
Only one.
Only one.
And it ain't even going to be that good.
It's not going to be good.
It ain't going to be funny.
It's not going to be funny.
They don't know the music.
They don't know the music.
But guess what?
What?
We out here.
We out here.
Episode 4. And you know what? It's because of you guys. It's because of that feedback we keep getting. It's because we got like 100 subscribers on the iTunes.
First of all, when you told me that earlier,
that's wild.
That's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to think that there's 100 people just hearing us all.
And we don't know who the 100 are. Because let's be honest, we've been talking to probably a good 20.
Yeah.
Heavily about the show.
I would say so.
So a good 20.
Good 20.
So you know what? Shout out to JT because he's been putting those comments, telling us what his top 5 were. Thank you so much for the feedback, bro.
Yeah.
Continue to support us in what you can do, and we'll continue to give praise to you back. So thank you and shout out to my boy Rome. Just gave me some words of encouragement today, which they're always much needed.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to Lee.
Shout out to my wife.
Always shout out to you. Have to do that every podcast now. I want you to.
Okay.
Every podcast, that's like a thing.
Okay.
Regardless of anything.
Yeah.
Just even if it happens to be like at the end of a show, just shout out to my wife.
Okay, I can do that.
It's like a thing.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody. We want to remember to tell you guys, if you like us, even if you don't like us, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you rate us. Make sure you share our videos. Make sure you there's blogs. There's a couple blogs up, so make sure you
Did you put a new one
read
up?
the blog. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. Look, I'm so excited to read this new blog.
Make sure you go on the website. That's www.dapsandpounds.ent.
Guess what that stands for?
Entertainment.
Wow, so clever.
Why is it called entertainment? Because we're entertaining.
I thought you were going to say entertainers.
Oh, well.
Either or.
That too.
And copyright issues.
True chains. But yeah, make sure you share. Make sure you download. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to 100. We should have like balloons or something.
Well, here's the thing. What's awesome is that's definitely not totally represented because that's just for iTunes subscribers.
It's true. It's not counting we could have iTunes subscribers that aren't our YouTube subscribers. And we could have YouTube subscribers that aren't our
Android.
iTunes.
People who just listen via our website and download from there.
That's true.
So
that's very true. So shout out to you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Man, about 100 subscribers on iTunes is really dope. It's really dope.
I mean, hey, it's humble beginnings. We said from the beginning what our intentions were.
Yeah. We're glad that you guys are liking it.
Yeah.
And today, we are going to have your top 5. Our top 5. All right? It is going to be our favorite movies.
Oh.
Favorite movies. Let's get cinematic.
Oh.
We talk a lot about music, but it's time to step out of the music for just a second with our topic and talk about our top 5 favorite movies and why. We're going to give you our why, and we want you guys to get into it as well. When you watch the episode, when you listen to the episode, go on Twitter at Daps_pounds, Instagram, Daps_pounds, all right? And make sure you tell us your top 5 favorite movies. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
You know what? This is going to be a great time. I'm glad to be here today with you, Malcolm. And what more can I say? It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great show. We're
Lord
gonna get
knows
right
where
into
it's
it.
going to go.
I have no idea. For some reason, I feel like the movie conversation is gonna get we're gonna go all over. For some reason, I don't know.
Top 5 already letting you know anything with samurais. That's how my list went.
you know, I do. I'm not gonna tip it
Not
off.
true, but
I'm not
really
gonna tip
should've.
it off. But I do have a knight.
Really?
In
Okay.
in one of mine.
I think
All
I know.
right.
Because of his
We're gonna get to
sharp.
that.
What did you say?
No.
His
Listen.
sharp sword.
No, listen. We're gonna get to that in just a moment. But first, let's get into how you are doing, sir. Good, bad. Tell me something that's good. Tell me something that's bad.
That good, bad.
Yep.
Do you want the good first or do you want the bad first? How do you want this?
Give me the bad first.
This haircut. Okay, I know y'all can't see me, whoever's listening, but I got a thick head of hair.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
Bro.
could go Super Saiyan if this thing was blonde.
Yeah.
And I tried to go to the barber on Monday before I left to Chicago. And then
Okay.
that was President's Day. Guess who's not open?
Well. Yeah.
Not the barber. And then I even wanted to go today, but he's on vacation till the 28th. So,
Let me ask you something about that. Let's get into this for just a second, all right?
okay, how long should I have my hair like this?
The whole time.
Oh, okay.
Like the whole podcast, by the way.
Should I really?
For sure.
Okay.
But
That's
I will
fine.
say to you that
I'll just keep rubbing it.
hearing you complain
Oh, no,
about
what?
barbers, I don't have a lot of remorse for you. Here's why. I'm black. Okay? Black barbershops are probably one of the worst establishments
I don't know.
in the world. Listen, and that's a hot
Yeah.
take, right? That sounds crazy.
I mean, someone's going to take that out of context years from now.
Listen, I'm fine with black barbershops.
Malcolm Groves is not
but-
like black barbers.
but traditionally, I know I'm gonna be like going. All right, listen. Traditionally, black barbershops, you go, and even if you have an appointment, you have to sit there and wait forever. You know why?
Why?
Because the barbers care about getting that money, right? So they have someone scheduled, but in that 30-minute little gap of time, if they have a couple walk-ins, they go, yeah, come on, I got you.
Right.
So then that pushes everyone back, right? So I'm sitting there looking at you like I'm going to kill you because you haven't gotten to my head yet. It's crazy. I just had to get that off my chest. It bothers me, so.
Yeah, but you got
Had
your
to do
haircut while I'm over here without a haircut.
That's
So
true.
who-
That's true. I'm just, I had to put that
Like,
out
I have
there.
no sympathy for you right now.
I reckon.
You throw that on me.
My bad.
Let me throw that back on you.
My bad. All right, sorry. What's your...
I
what's
am
your,
rubber. You are glue. Whatever you say
Sticks back
bounces
to me.
off of me and sticks to you.
All right.
Um,
We're there.
What else is bad? Oh,
Uh-oh.
let me tell you about a little show Mary's watching.
What show is Mary watching?
A show that you like very fondly, but it makes me very uncomfortable.
I like the show,
Yes.
and Mary's watching it?
Yeah.
I'm curious to know why this
she also
makes you
said,
uncomfortable.
She also said, I feel like Malcolm and I have more in common than you and I. And then she went on and said, you just married a female version of Malcolm. And then I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think there are wild differences between us, but I got to hear this show so I can confirm or deny that this is...
Grey's Anatomy.
Yo! Yeah! Yeah! Wait, first of all, back it up.
I can't do medical stuff.
Back it up. Why
I
does it
can't
make you
do medical stuff. Like, I'm trying to do my own thing, and then I look over, and this lady tried to eat a light bulb and coughing up
I've seen that episode.
glass. And I'm like, I don't know. I know it's fake, but it just makes me feel some type of way.
I'm not sure what season that is, but I've seen that episode. Shout out to that.
She's like on season 3. She goes, I'm on season 3, and there's 12 episodes, 12 seasons. She didn't say it like that. I'm sorry, baby, if you get offended, but that's my over-exaggeration of you. 12 seasons.
Listen,
I don't like sitting in the same
it's
room
on right
watching
now,
it.
by the way. So therefore, like, it's even longer than 12 seasons, technically.
Dear Lord, please help me.
Here's what I'll say about Grey's Anatomy. I was not a fan originally, but I got into it, and I will tell you what.
Oh, wait, I got to keep my hair wild.
Yeah, you have to keep it wild.
Golly, man.
It's really not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. I'm not looking at you. It's really not bad at all. The thing with Grey's Anatomy that you have to remember is that, especially in the seasons that she's watching,
Yeah.
most of the people who die come back.
Well, don't. Now she's spoiled. Yeah, actually, no. She's on an episode.
Where that happened?
She's like drowned.
Oh, yeah.
Try.
I know.
Try one more time.
I know exactly the episode she's talking about.
Try one more time.
That episode was kind of trash.
Mary said that there was one episode though she was already in tears with.
I'm not gonna put out there whether or not I've cried over Grey's Anatomy.
She said it was the episode where the guy he had a successful heart surgery, but then he died from complications or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She said she teared up in that one.
Huh.
Emotionally invested. When you're emotionally invested in a show, there's no turning back.
Not only that, it proves that the writing of the show caters to something, so therefore they're good writers.
I mean, yeah.
Kind of.
I
don't
agree.
know. All right, good.
That's bad.
All right, that's bad. Tell me about your good.
I went to Chicago for training for Lexus.
What up?
And that was fun. Learned a lot. I kind of wish I was selling cars, not going to lie, but I got a lot of little good nuggets of wisdom. Which, and I'm sure some people out there are like, oh yeah, like how to be a slum bag of a car salesman. Actually, no, it's completely opposite. It was about making the experience something fun for the guest, being a actual having a relationship with the guest, making sure that they feel and they understand that you are there to help them and be of assistance to you.
I like that.
He said, because truth be told, everyone's got great cars. Everybody does. But here's the thing. You need to have the confidence that if they go across the street to another dealer, they'll come back because there's no other Zach Dobler.
I like that.
So it was a lot of that kind of stuff. We didn't talk about cars at all.
Huh.
So it was actually a really life lessons in all reality.
That's interesting. I mean, I think that's good to build that kind of confidence within yourself.
Yeah,
It makes your life easier at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I like that.
That was good. Saw Lo up there.
What's good, Lo? Okay.
What's good, Lo? She hasn't listened yet, so I don't know if she's going to listen to this.
Oh, she hasn't. You know what? She's one of the people that I probably should have checked in with first, to be honest with you, and said, like, hey, make sure you screen this. Let us know if this is whack or not. But
I know she's going to love it.
I think she will.
She's doing good, though.
That's good. We
went, her and her friend Jessica, we went and saw...
You met Jessica?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm upset because we've gone to Chicago a bunch of times.
She's cool.
I bet she is, but we've wanted to meet her for a while. And there's always something that comes up to why we're not able to meet her. So I'm mad that you were able to meet her and none of us were able to meet her. And Lo's going to hear about it later.
Oh, boy.
Yep, she's going to hear about it. So.
All right. Well, we went to one of those movie theaters, though, where you can, like, eat dinner and watch a movie.
Oh, yeah, those are lit.
So, yeah, I'll tell you what movie I watched later. But, I mean, it's good. That's the good stuff going on, buddy.
I like that.
Tell me what the bad, good for you, huh?
Bad, good for me. Bad was just that, like, yo, you look crazy with your hair like this right now. For everyone listening only to the podcast, he's giving me this look, and it's his eyes. Dobie has mastered crazy eyes and weird eyes, like, over the years. Okay, yeah, he's doing it right now. It's a little weird. So anyway, bad for me. I had a lot of work this week. I was swamped, and I was cranky. And
Were you
I
hangry?
forgot. I wasn't hangry. I was just cranky. And I forgot my wallet. Within 2 days, I forgot my wallet 3 times. Yo, this was nuts. But it was all because I was, like, stressing. And I didn't have my mind on right because I was just thinking about work and stuff like that. I got up in the morning. I just left. Got in the office, realized I left it there. I did that 2 days in a row. And the other time, I left it at a lunch spot.
And my house.
Yeah, like a week ago.
So it started here.
It started here, yeah. I don't know. And then my mom goes, hey, Malcolm, would you like a wallet chain? I can get you like a wallet with a wallet chain. And I said, Mom, that would actually be the worst thing you could do for me at this point in time. While this is the most logical moment to have one since I'm in this predicament.
No, you
I
need
can't
to put
do it.
Apple Pay.
Yeah, I could do Apple Pay, I guess. I still deal with a lot of cash though. For some reason, I still like cash. Like I like the feeling of it and the smell of.
You smell cash. Let's be honest.
My favorite.
Do you really smell cash?
You can smell cash. Anyone can smell cash.
No, but oh no.
My favorite color is money green.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, it's like a lighter. It's like.
Does Crayola actually have a color called money green?
Listeners, let us know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But that was my bad. I was just forgetful, and I hate when I'm
Man.
forgetful. I went to the gym with our friend Brand, and I forgot my shoes. I get all the way to the gym. I park, and as I'm leaving, I see him, and I pass him, and I forget my shoes. This was so incredibly annoying to me. This was annoying to me because Brandon, you know him, but for the listeners, our friend Brandon claims to be the most put together person ever. He claims to be the most thought out, logical person, and he's actually an imbecile, but he claims to be this, and he's actually not. My problem is I forget things around him, and therefore he uses it as a crutch to just hate. And I passed him, and he just had this smile on his face because he knows that I forgot my gym shoes at home, so I had to go get those. That was bad. Just my forgetful nature. I will say good for me is that all the new music that came out, I was able to listen to it. I was able to jam out to it. And also good for me, I found out that I am going to Louisiana here in September or August, around there. What? Back to see my family. I'm so happy. It's a family reunion. I haven't seen some of those people since don't even remember them, like I was a baby sometimes. So I'm really excited. I'm excited for Louisiana. I'm excited to go back down there and see what's going on.
That would be fun
with those kids. So yeah, looking forward to that. But that was my bad, good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you, man.
How long are you going to be gone?
I don't know. I think like a week or so.
Oh, what am I going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. We got to record the podcast.
Oh. Yes. Our commitment will be to you.
We will still be on time.
Maybe not with like new music. Because
we'll be on time.
We might have to do, like record an episode not on a Friday.
Yeah.
To get it out next week. Well, probably what we'll do is we're going to record 2 in one day, but have 2 changes of clothes.
So you won't know. Like, you won't know, actually. Everyone who watches on YouTube,
you won't know.
You won't actually know.
Yeah,
you won't know when this happens.
You won't know.
Whenever we get to our 1,000th episode, we have to have a segment where we go back and let them know every time.
1,000 weeks.
We've already been doing this for a month.
I know.
If you think about it. So that's kind of crazy.
I'm so old now.
Daps and Pounds has been in your life for a month.
Wow.
Crazy.
Can we take a moment of silence and let that sink in?
All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Yep, that felt good.
Oh,
that felt good.
Tell you what.
That felt really good.
1 month.
1 month. Did you celebrate 1 month anniversaries with girlfriends when you were young? Or what age did that stop, or did that ever stop? Did you do it with Mary and now you're married to Mary, so you can't ever say it ever stops?
6 months, right?
Wait, what?
I did the whole 6 months. I mean, happy 1 month. You don't, no offense, if it's been 1 month and you're already like trying to get like necklaces and rings, like you doing the most.
I bought a necklace once for 1 month.
You did the most.
Yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's not happening.
Yeah, so I did we like, it was like, babe, it's 1 month, like, yeah, that's great. 6 months and then a year. I did the 6 month rule.
See, when I was younger, I did 1 month. As I got older, it was like 1 month was like restaurant. It was like dinner.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Like stuff like
Just
that.
going out to
6 months was a thing. A year was a thing, and then so on and so forth. But
nice.
Interesting. Yeah. All right, guys. So we are going to get into our show. We are going to talk about our top 5 favorite movies. But first, make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you go to Twitter and Instagram right now. Make sure that you are adding us under Daps_Pounds. Make sure you are going to our website, dapsandpoundsent.com. And now back to our regularly
I wish I didn't do
scheduled
that earlier.
program. What? Didn't do what?
Just being stupid. I was like,
Chris is going to kill you for that because he doesn't like sounds.
no, that smacking noise I made in episode 1 with the dogs.
He was actually pretty upset.
Yeah, he really was.
But yeah, guys, all right, it's time. So
Are we doing top 5 or are we going over music?
we're going to do top 5 last. We're going to get into music
Yeah.
now. All right. So
Holy cow.
I love Fridays. I love that we record on Fridays because we're able to give you guys all the dishes on the new music that came out. I'm going to back up a little bit and find somebody that I found not this Friday.
Hey, crazy story.
Okay.
You showed me the song, right?
Which one?
The guy that you're about to say, okay? Liked it. I was like, this guy's dope.
Okay.
Lo, Jess, and I are leaving the theater.
Okay.
And I hear the song, and they're like, oh, this song's really good. They're jamming. And I was like, man, this song really reminds me of this one guy Malcolm showed me. I was like, I'll play it for you guys. I started playing it. It was the song the theater was playing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that
really
wild?
weird.
Anyways.
That's really weird.
Guys.
The guy that he's
listen
talking
to this
about
person.
is, I'm not sure if you say his name R. Lamar or R. Lum R because everything's like spelled out and spaced out. It's really weird. But this guy has a wonderful song. It is called...
Who's calling?
My mom's calling
Answer
me
it.
right now.
Answer it. Yes. Put it on speaker.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Where you at?
I'm recording a podcast right now. You're live.
Hey, what up? I'm live.
What are you
never,
doing?
Never mind then.
Why are you... Do you need anything from me?
We were just calling to see if you wanted some chicken.
Some chicken from where?
KFC.
If you guys get... By the way, you really are live right now here on the Daps and Pound show. If you...
It's wonderful. I've never been live before.
listen. If you want to get some...
famous.
If you want to get some chicken, and when I get home later, we'll eat.
Thank you, and you guys are doing a wonderful job.
I don't know what that was, but all right, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was awesome.
That was live. That just happened. I hope when you play this back that can be heard.
And then here's
because
my
that was
dad.
amazing.
What are the odds?
Hey, it's Coach.
What is this? This is so weird. What do you need my
This
keys?
is remarkable.
Okay, cool.
Coach Mark, our pastor, and his dad
Yeah.
just walked downstairs, just so you know.
He lives across the cul-de-sac from me.
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
That was him just saying, what up, dog?
Yeah.
During the podcast. You just missed it. My mom called and I put on
Literally.
speakerphone live just a minute ago, and then you walk down. Both of our parents today are all about us. This is unprecedented.
What are the odds?
I don't know, but this is pretty amazing. I don't even know. I don't even know where we go from here.
I mean, we just try to continue. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
All right. See you, Coach.
We'll see you
later.
Carry on.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So, R. Lamar, this is an artist. I don't know.
What are the odds?
I hope that listens as well as it probably looks because that was funny.
Yeah.
All right, R. Lamar, he has a song called Frustrated.
Uh-huh.
It is R&B. I really, really
It's so
like this
good.
song. It's so good. So I heard this a few days ago, made me want to send it to Dobie as soon as I heard it. And then I went to iTunes, Apple Music, and immediately downloaded everything he's ever done just to confirm that he really is dope and this isn't like one song. And I'm telling you, this guy's for real.
This is what I was
loved it.
doing when I was listening to him.
You're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I like that. I like that.
How much different is it from my Grammy dance?
Your Grammy dance, if I remember correctly, your Grammy dance was kind of a Running Man, right? And then your Oscar dance was kind of sexual. It was kind of a like bachata or sexual.
What did you just say?
Bachata.
What's that?
It's a very sexual Latin inspired dance.
No, I will not have sexual dances with you.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
I'm just saying that's what
I'm
that's what it was.
I'm uncomfortable.
You do you, player.
Playa.
You player.
You know, it's so funny. There is a leather color that's called Playa
What?
for Lexus. And so when I saw it, I literally like laughed out loud. I was like, "What is this Playa?" Which is a light like cream tan color.
Maybe it's not pronounced playa.
What would it be? Playa?
I was just gonna say that. Maybe it's playa.
Playa.
Yeah, that's playa. That's definitely playa. So that's not how you
All
do
right.
it.
So and then this guy, you spell it R period capital. Oh my god.
I was gonna play a song. I'm not going to now. But
That
just
was
so you know,
beautiful. That
just so
snippet,
you know,
was that snippet
that little
not
snippet
amazing?
was good.
So
Listen,
good.
just so you know, this guy is great. Be on the lookout for him. I also heard of a guy named John Wayne. All right, I don't know if you had a chance
You
to
know
listen to this guy.
the YouTuber, what's his name? He does the music reviews. He reviewed his album too.
Okay, really?
Needle Drop, is that what it was? The Needle Drop?
I forget the actual title.
Whatever.
Listen, I'm telling you right now that I was surprised, I was shocked, and I didn't know what to do when I heard it. This guy does not look like a common rapper whatsoever, but he has bars. He reminds me of like an old school rapper that could almost fit in the Wu-Tang Clan or something like that, but more chill, not as aggressive. But this guy is amazing. So John Wayne. Check him out.
Interesting too, but he accepts that he looks different. Like he had that skit.
Yeah.
That skit
was brilliant.
So good.
That is one of the best skits I've heard in a long time. So we've given you Rum Lamar with Frustrated. We've given you John Wayne. Make sure you look him up. All right. Now we're going to get into what came out today. So about the middle of the week, I get on Twitter and I see none other
Oh my gosh.
than Future is coming out with another album.
Such a Future thing to do.
Within 2 weeks.
What's up with Atlanta? It's an Atlanta thing.
Atlanta works hard.
It's an Atlanta thing.
Gucci used to put out mixtapes every week
Yeah.
a long time ago, and Waka did for a while too.
Atlanta.
It's Atlanta. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the water in Atlanta,
I was thinking the same thing.
but it's special for some reason. Atlanta's on track. So yeah, I heard that Future was going to put out another album. I immediately thought to myself, okay, so this was planned, right? I go on Twitter and I see Zane Lowe has a part 2
I can't do that.
to the
man.
interview that he recorded last week, and we talked about that interview Zane Lowe conducted with Future on the last podcast.
Zane Lowe's. Let's just say too, Zane Lowe's such a great interview. Is it interviewer or interviewee?
I think
Interviewer.
interviewer. Yeah, interviewer.
Interviewee is the
guy.
one being
Yeah.
interviewed.
Yeah. So it was really good. We found out through the interview that Hendrix, which is the title of the album that Future released today, the second album in 2 weeks, was going to be more of an R&B album, more about love, more about relationships. And also, the first album that came out last week from Future, called Future, had no features. This one has 2 very big features. One is The Weeknd, and one is Rihanna. So this was huge.
The Rihanna one's blowing up.
Yo, I like The Weeknd one a lot.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. This album is for the featuring Future people.
Yes, 100%.
Hands down.
100%. He
That's
put
the
out a
thing I
street
thought
level
of.
album, and then he put out a commercial album. That's how I feel about this.
But the thing is, in my opinion, if he would have taken like 5 songs from the first one and 5, or okay, give and take like
could've made
7,
wow.
this album would have fit together very, very well.
I think that's an interesting idea. You also have the backstory of news that came out that he was in dispute with Rocco, his former friend, and he's like an Atlanta guy. He used to rap. He used to be involved in all kind of street level stuff in Atlanta, and he signed Future to A1 Records, which is his record company. When Future signed to Epic with L.A. Reid, a lot of things got mishandled as far as paperwork, and Future had stopped working with Rocco and was putting out albums, going on concerts, concert run tours and everything like that. Rocco wasn't getting paid. He took him to court, and pretty much Future had to give up the royalties to the next 2 albums. We find that out in the midst of him putting out 2 albums within 2 weeks. So you have to wonder, did he do this just to justify those 2 albums and give up those royalties, go on a little tour, break Rocco off some tour money, and then, you know, he can keep on going the way he's been going? Is that true? That is what people believe. I kind of think that has a lot to do with it. That might be the reason why he didn't piece together one complete album the way you're talking about, and he put out 2 albums that just had different vibes completely.
That makes sense.
Or he could just be being really artistic. I'm not really sure which one it is, but I'm really, really excited about like 3 or 4 records on the Future album. I think Use Me is a song that's really great. I think the Weeknd and Rihanna tracks are really great, and I think the very first record in my collection is really good. Future just makes good hum music that I can just walk around my house barefoot to.
Do you think, now this might be the question of the day.
Question of the day.
Who is a better hum rapper, Future or Kid Cudi? Because my money goes, the best hummer in the game is Kid Cudi.
I will say Kid Cudi because Kid Cudi doesn't have to be just rap. I think if you put Future's humming on anything else, it'll sound kind of weird. But Kid Cudi literally can hum on anything and it'll sound amazing.
Kid Cudi can hum his butt off, let me tell you.
No, it's really... It's literally amazing. Kid Cudi's hum game, that sounds crazy. Whoa, pause. That sounds crazy. But Kid Cudi's hum... Kid Cudi's hum game, it's out of this world, right? All right, so Future released it today. It got rave reviews. I listened to it last night around 10 o'clock, and I gave it the night so that I can kind of clear my schedule, listen to everything else that came out. Getting to everything else that came out. A lot of music to drive to came out, in my opinion.
Oh, all right? My gosh, there's just so much.
First things first, John Mayer, The Search for Everything, Wave 2 came out. He's putting out little EPs, and then at the end of this EP run, I don't know if there's 2 or 3 EPs, but at the end of the EP run, he's going to put out the full album. So it's kind of interesting, this marketing strategy. Not a lot of people are doing things like that. We'll see if it pays off when it comes to record
honestly,
sales.
if you think about it, JB did that.
JB did do
Journals.
That. He's somebody
except
that
it wasn't an EP, it was a single. And then he put the collection of singles with another 5 songs.
Yeah, all out, yeah. And see, I think that's an interesting thing because you don't want to oversaturate, but at the same time, you want people to constantly get ready for your album.
JB was coming out with bangers then, though. Oh. That's when he made that transition.
Trust me, Hold Tight's
crazy. I was about to say.
Hold Tight's crazy.
He had a song with R. Kelly.
Which, I mean, shout out to R. Kelly always.
Also, what's the song, Still Feel Like Your Man?
Oh.
Tell me, does that not bring you back to Continuum, John Mayer?
Yes.
That you could throw that song in there. He's in a good zone right now.
Yo, John Mayer, I'm hoping you don't pump fake us and throw something crazy on the album that's not in these EPs. But so far with Wave 1, Wave 2, I really enjoyed it. Keep it up. So Still Feel Like Your Man is an absolute bona fide banger. I love it. Then you have Thundercat. All right. Our boy Thundercat.
I like this album because it shows a lot more of his personality.
Yeah.
His quirky sides.
Yeah.
And then you'll start listening to this song. Super jazz, funk, soul, and all of a sudden you hear he's got a track with Wiz Khalifa. And you're like,
so
what?
random. So random. You don't even realize it happens, but it happens. It's amazing. I love it to death. The thing about Thundercat, when I was listening to this album, it made me go back and appreciate Childish Gambino's Awaken My Love album.
Well, I don't know if I think it might have been one of the first 2 podcasts.
Okay.
But remember how I said I enjoyed it. However, if I'm going to listen to that, I'd rather listen to Thundercat because I think he does it a bit better.
I think that was the first podcast. I want to say that was the first
In
podcast.
the first one or one of our first failed attempts?
Ooh,
That's what I'm trying
not
to
sure.
say.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure.
So if I didn't say that, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's because it was one of our first trial.
I legit remember you saying that though.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that. Let's see what else came out. Thundercat, make sure you go
Thundercat,
get
and
that.
I'm telling you, Thundercat is driving music, but it's also like rainy day, listen to coffee. You put that on, and it puts you in this like really chill mood quickly.
Something else that did that for me was Steve Lacy's demo. It's really interesting. If you look at Odd Future and you look at what they morphed into, you have like offshoots from Tyler the Creator and Odd Future, and of course Frank Ocean's Frank Ocean. I'll get to him in just a minute. Tyler the Creator has his own thing. You have Sid and a few other people, and they join up and they create the internet, right? And the internet is like this soulful, funky type of vibe, and then you have offshoots from the internet. And I forget the name of the guy that released like 2 weeks ago. That was good. And then you have Sid, which everyone knows now from listening to podcast number 2 and 3 how much I love Sid. Her album was great. And now you have Steve Lacy putting out his, and you can kind of see how they're gonna be a family tree of people who just put out quality stuff. Steve Lacy's demo is an EP that was released today. So good. I really, really like it. It's so chill. It actually reminds me of old Frank Ocean without the good Frank Ocean singing voice, if that makes any sense. Like, he doesn't sing as well as Frank Ocean, but I think it's still pretty good. Did you get a chance to listen to this at all?
No, not at all.
It is good. I want you to listen to it afterwards because I think that this has the potential to be one of those albums that people sleep on.
Okay.
Something that I think you listen to for sure is Nav.
Yes.
You listen to Nav. How do you feel about Nav?
Okay, first off, you have to, and anybody who wants to listen to Nav, you're going to have to like trap beats or beats like The Weeknd has. You are going to have to like melodies and kind of like a Future kind of flow. He talks about drug. I mean, this is kind of one of your classic, like, let me talk about money, my haters, drugs,
Women, yeah.
and women. I will say that. There was a guy, he passed away. I think they said it was a drug overdose. His name was Speaker Knockers. And he was starting to blow up. And if you listen, if anybody knows who I'm talking about, then if you liked Speaker Knockers, you will like Nav, N-A-V. Very melodic. It's not boring to listen to, in my opinion.
No.
It has just enough of transitions and different sounds to keep you interested from song to song. He has a co-sign with The Weeknd on one of his tracks, which is pretty good. So if that's something that you feel like is up your lane, check him out. Actually, from what I've been reading, a lot of people have been really enjoying this guy. And it's been getting good reviews. But again, that's why I kind of warned you from the beginning. If you feel like you're not going to like that stuff, then just pass on by.
That's very true. I thought it was decent. You had texted me earlier and told me that it kind of gave you a little Yachty vibe, some of the tracks, and I definitely agree. And I'm not the biggest Little Yachty guy, but I did appreciate it.
Little Yachty, I would say more... And thinking back to it, I would say now more Little Uzi Vert.
Really? Okay.
I think Little Yachty's, they call him bubbly trap. Like, it's not bubbly.
Bubblegum. Yeah, bubblegum trap.
And it's not bubblegum.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I would say it's more Uzi.
Yeah, this was pretty good. If you're looking for something to get you're about to go out and you want to play something to get ready to, I would say that it's probably this, honestly. Moving into an album that, listen, I'm just going to say it right now. I think that this was the best release of the day. Stormzy. All right? Gang Signs and Prayer. That sounds wild. I get it. Stormzy is from the UK. This album
I haven't even started, so the fact that you said
so good.
Okay.
So, if you've never listened to hip hop that is English before, the accents might throw you off a little bit. A lot of people listen to Skepta. He's kind of somebody from the grime scene that has blown up on a major scale and done a lot of mainstream things, and he has a really, really good bond with people like Drake over that's crossed over from Canada here. Cultures in Canada and Britain are kind of similar because they have a lot of people that intermingle between the two countries. But I'll say this. The first half of this album reminded me of Skepta's Konnichiwa album. So very hard, very grime, very, very big, very belligerent in your face. The second half is melodic. It's chill. He has a praise and worship song. He has a song all about guns. He has a song featuring Minik. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really good. He has an Adele cosign. He has an Ed Sheeran cosign. This
Actually, Adele doesn't surprise me. I forget, deep
that's
down,
true.
she's hood.
Yeah, Adele's. If you saw the Grammy, you know Adele's about it.
Yeah.
She's for real. Stormzy, guys, give it a chance. If you have never liked UK hip hop or grime, give it a chance.
No, I'm gonna listen.
This is a good intro. If you've never listened to this stuff before, this is a great intro.
I don't really like
it.
Skepta that much. It's not because of him. It's just I don't really like that style.
The
But I'll
grime
still
style,
give
yeah.
it. I'll still give it a shot.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I think you'll especially like the second half of this. He has a Kehlani song. Yo, I'm telling you.
Okay.
This is next level.
All right.
This is next level.
Now, do you think this is where music is going then? Do you think grime's going to be mainstream?
I think that the culture over there fights it already a lot because they hold on to it the same way rock and roll held on to like punk rock and like stuff like that. I think that they want to keep it as
Their thing.
guttural as possible before it gets mainstream. So I think it'll be a while before grime is like on the Grammys per se, but it's a movement. I will say that it's crazy. You can go on demand on Apple Music and watch Skepta's performance. I think he had a whole concert. I think it might be at the O2 Arena, and he had everybody on stage, and it's insane. It's ridiculous. It's one of those things that once you see how many people are into it over there, which I think is what happened to me, it made me say, well, they have a totally different culture than I do, but maybe I need to give it a chance.
That's so odd future for America.
Yes, it's kind of like that, and the things that they're saying isn't different than the things like. It's not different than what Future or anybody else is saying. It's just the accent's different and the culture is different, so it's easy to dismiss it. But I'm telling you, the second half of this album,
Okay.
for a debut album, it's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy. Stormzy, go get it. The album is called Gang Signs and Prayer. Really, really cool. Now we're going to move it on up to a couple singles that I want to talk about.
Well, there's another debut album.
Debut album, what? What am I missing?
We're not going to speak too much on it because we've already sung high praises.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I can't believe you right now. And that's why. Do you think
My bad.
better? This is your favorite album, Skepta, or
The only reason I say Stormzy is my favorite release today is because I've had a lot of the
expectations?
music. Yes, and So he's
Okay,
talking
they debut album.
so good. Ridiculous. The reason why I said Stormzy was my
So
favorite of the
good.
day was only because they had released a lot of those singles on Apple Music already,
Yeah.
right? So I had those.
Okay, I can understand
And
that.
so-
And we saw them in concert. singing
Yeah,
those
so it was like a
songs.
different thing, but I think that they have a better album than Stormzy for sure.
Okay.
But Stormzy was just my favorite of today. It's hard to talk about they, by the way, because they have a name that's weird. But this album might be my favorite debut album in a really, really long time. We're talking about, I'm putting it next to Country Grammar. I'm putting it next to
What about-
Get
okay.
Rich or Die Trying.
Are you putting it next to also like Man on the Moon?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, okay.
100%. I tweeted
And I will say this right now, better than Jadina's.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I had
Jadina's
high
is hard.
I had high price for Jadina.
I was going to tell you
This
that I
album,
went
though-
back and listened to Jadina, and it's really, really good.
It is.
Really, really, really good. But this,
They're just on another level. You can tell.
this morning
They get it.
I tweeted and shout out to them or whoever's
Hey,
handling
Ben.
their Twitter
Yeah.
because they retweeted it and they liked it. But I said that the band They, will be Grammy nominated sooner than later.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't just throw that out. I promise we talk about them a lot. We don't know them. We don't have any connection to them whatsoever. But
They're so good.
they get it. They totally get it. It's
Just listen to it.
It's
I know, Champ, you said it was pretty tight,
yeah.
but I'm telling you, like I said, I tweeted this.
Yeah.
The more you listen to They, the better they get.
Yeah. The storytelling is a vibe. First of all, Dante's Peak is
What more? I mean, we can talk about them all day.
like they have a song, right, on this
So
album that flips the old Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait for your life to be over. They flip that chorus that they use in the intro of Dawson's Creek, and they make it a whole new thing. And live in concert, you chant it.
And you notice how they say Dawson's Creek, Dante's Peak.
Yeah. I am all about it. This album is called New Religion.
Hyena.
So good. I'm a big fan. Go get New Religion because you will be thoroughly impressed.
They're dope.
It's one of those times that I can say that I've been really looking forward to an album, and it didn't disappoint me.
Delivered.
Whatsoever. It delivered wholeheartedly.
For sure.
I'm about it. I'm gonna get into some singles now that came out.
Let's talk about the big one.
Calvin Harris.
I don't think anybody's disappointed.
Calvin Harris put out a song,
No
guys,
one's disappointed.
called Slide. All right? This is going to sound wild if you haven't heard it, but Slide is featuring Migos and Frank Ocean. Now, on paper, you go Calvin Harris instrumentation. You go Frank Ocean, what he does, his own lane of R&B. And Migos, all right?
Migos.
Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo. This song, I tweeted this
So
morning. This song is barefoot, windows open, Saturday morning.
This
music.
is a number one hit.
This is crazy.
You know why? Because it gives everybody a little something.
Yeah, everybody has, and it doesn't do it in a way that it's like, let's just put all these people together just
Yeah,
to
it's
put them
not
together.
Smash Mouth,
Yeah, I mean some
Evanescence, and Smash Mouth.
some DJ Khaled songs, for example, they'll have so many people on them, and you're like, okay, I like these people individually, maybe, but Khaled, why'd you put these people on a song?
Right.
This is different. Calvin Harris, I don't know if this was your idea, but as soon as you hear Frank's voice, his crazy voice, you just go into a different mode completely. Big fan of this single.
Golly, Frank Ocean. By the way, what is that song called? That if you haven't heard it, he's never released it. You have to search for the song on YouTube.
The song is called Summer Remains. It's been years. It's been 5 years.
Something like that. But literally, it's just him with this regular camera, and this guy's just playing on his keyboard, singing this song. And it was so good to the point where I finally ripped the YouTube audio, made it an MP3, and put it on my MP3 player.
I did the same. It's so incredibly good. The lyrics are
Just go listen
Are
to it.
crazy.
It's a
Go
little
listen
gem,
to
okay? Dap and
Frank
Pounds,
Ocean.
little gem for
just
you.
a little gift for you. If you've never heard Frank Ocean's Summer Remains, put that into your YouTube right
Shout
after
out
you
to Izzy,
subscribe to
because
us.
remember when Izzy pointed it out to us?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Again, he's like, y'all remember this? And
shout out to Izzy.
brings me back to a place.
It's so incredibly good.
All right, let's rattle off. What are these other singles you got for us,
So
buddy?
Khaled, not DJ Khaled, Khaled with an ID at the end instead of an ED.
Y'all better be paying attention to this.
So he has a song called Location that I'm sure some of you have heard. It was released.
Shout out to Withrow. He
Yep.
hit me up too, actually, about it.
So good.
He's like, "Yo, have you heard of this guy?" And I was like, "Malcolm put me on."
Listen to me. This guy, I don't even know how to explain it, but he does things like Minnick. He does things like Xavier Omer. He does things like R. Lamar, the person who we just told you about. There's a lot of these R&B guys that aren't dipped in R&B. They're dipped in pop. They're dipped in R&B. It's alternative R&B.
It's working.
Is what it is.
That's what it's.
Whatever it is,
doing.
it's amazing. Location was released middle of last year, I think. This just came. His album comes out March 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you go get it. He released a song called American Teen. This song is so good. Be on the lookout for Khaled. He's not doing anything bad. I've listened to all of this stuff, and he doesn't have any bad work. Also, Black. You remember Black. We've talked about him before.
Mm-hmm.
He's somebody else in this new R&B wave that's going on. He has a song with Jhené Aiko. It's called First F Word. Make sure you go listen to that. I like Black's part. I've never been a big Jhené Aiko fan.
No.
Have you?
I mean,
I like her features.
Yeah.
There you go. I like her
fan.
features. A feature fan, yeah. So the same thing that Dobie said on the podcast last episode about Future, how he is the person who likes Future's features and not his actual albums or solo songs. That's how I feel about Jhené Aiko. I think she's talented for sure, and I think she has a voice, but I don't know if I want to listen to that pitch the entire album, but I like her features. We'll see where that goes. But Black kills it on the song. I really, really like that. Also, the 1975, about like 3-ish years ago, they had a song called Chocolate. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I know the band. I have not listened to anything.
Okay, listen, their last couple albums have been really good. They released a song. It is called By Your Side. They're changing up their style a little bit. This is so chill. It is silky.
I'll check it out.
Really, really like it. The 1975. Make sure you're listening to that. Ruth B. She put out a song called Superficial Love. This is just okay. I think that she is a Vine star who sang, and then she put out Lost Boy like beginning of last year. It did pretty well. It was talking all about Peter Pan and whatnot.
Oh, that song was stupid.
See, it was okay. It did well. It did well.
I hated
it was on the
that
radio
song.
a lot. And this is her new song
I got
called
a headache.
Superficial Love. It's okay. Like I said, it's just okay.
Moving on. We've
Moving
been talking,
on.
guys. We're sorry if this feels long, but a lot of stuff dropped.
A lot of stuff dropped. Here's something you will love.
Oh,
Ella May.
tell me more.
Ella May.
Okay.
She's an R&B singer. All right. The entire EP is over DJ Mustard beats.
Oh, yeah. I'm about it.
Yo.
Say no more. That's all you need to say.
This is crazy. Make sure you go get Ready. That's the name of the EP by Ella May. There's a bunch of other singles that dropped. I think Trey Songz dropped something.
What was Justin before? I don't want to forget because Justin, thank you so much. You've been a big help to, putting our name out there. He also recommended, what was this guy's name?
Oh, so I thought you were joking.
No!
So
I
Chance
looked at
the
his
Rapper,
face and I was like,
Chance the Rapper. I hate calling him Chance the Rapper's little brother
Right.
because
he
is good.
He's his own man.
Taylor Bennett, all right? He put out a body of work. I think it's called, I listened to half of it. I haven't gotten through all of it.
The American something.
The Restoration of something.
Refugees.
Yes. We'll listen to it, and we'll come back next week and give you our opinion of it, because this is something I want to dissect with you, because I heard his freestyles before. Like 3 months ago, I heard some freestyles. I was like, oh, he can rap.
Yeah.
I've never heard a body of work from him before. And from what I've heard, the talent tree in this family is kind of crazy.
It's out of the world.
Yeah. He made headlines last week, 2-3 weeks ago, right before the Grammys, because he came out as bisexual, right? So people were talking about it on Twitter, and it's one of those things like Frank Ocean, in this male-dominated, aggressive R&B hip-hop world that we're in, a lot of times people think that sexuality will kind of mess with the integrity of the records. But just like Frank Ocean, when you listen to Frank Ocean, that's not what you think of first. The same thing with this, honestly. The freestyles I had heard months ago, this album that I've listened to half of it just about, it doesn't affect the music. It's actually really good. You don't think about anything other than the music. I really think that this could be something. I want to get through the whole thing before I give my full opinion on
Okay.
it. But half of it was really, really good. So shout out to Justin.
Guys, let us know what you're listening to. Is there anything that we missed? We apologize if we did miss anything. We are really excited about all the music that dropped, and we hope. I mean, there's gonna be some weeks we talk a lot longer, and there's gonna be some weeks where for our, what we enjoy and what we feel like our listeners enjoy, they ain't much.
That's
So,
very true.
We're gonna have some dry months. Right now, actually, music is doing very, very well.
I feel really good about the state of music right now.
Yeah,
There's
it's
so
great.
much out.
So good.
Go get that Stormzy album.
Well, you know why? It's because of social media.
Yeah, I agree. Social media is moving things completely different.
Yeah.
Streaming is moving
You're
things
finding
completely
talent
different.
way easier.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
That talent can blow up by itself. So, guys, we're going to get into a little something
Something.
called
Top five.
Top 5 movies. Guys, we love film. We actually had a film class together, believe it or not.
Yep. What do we have to watch? Blade Runner?
Blade Runner, The Dark Knight, Little Miss Sunshine.
Lit.
One of those foreign movies. That was a good movie, though. It was about World War II era. What else did we need to watch?
That's all. All I remember is Blade Runner. So
Blade Runner was my least
You
favorite.
must have stayed awake in the class more than I did.
I think we scored about the same.
Probably.
Yeah. So, top 5 movies, man.
Top 5. We're
So-
going to go back and forth like we did last week, give you our
Yeah.
top 5 favorite movies, and then give you a little bit of why. This is something we want discussion about, so hashtag the Daps and Pound Show, or just Daps, because it's hard.
Daps
Listen,
and Pound Show.
Daps
is
and Pound Show is
DAPS.
DAPS, so you can
Daps.
just hashtag Daps. It's going to be really cool, so make sure you get into the conversation with us. What is your very first favorite top
No
5
particular
favorite-
order.
No particular order. Just go.
I mean, this is probably on there for you.
Okay.
Let's get it out there.
Let's get it out of the way.
Okay, Lion King.
Lion King is definitely on my list.
I knew it.
Uh,
That's something we both have in common.
listen,
Shout out to Childish Gambino. If you are the voice of Simba, you better not let me down.
shout out to them getting James Earl Jones.
Yeah, because,
for
let's be honest.
Mufasa. There's
If-
no other Mufasa.
No,
Ever.
if there was another voice, I seriously probably would have.
Boycott.
Yeah.
Boycott. Let's tear the
Okay.
theater down.
Lion King, favorite Disney movie, childhood favorite. You can still get emotional watching it
I do.
when, spoiler alert, Mufasa dies.
All these kids born in like 96, 97 are like, what? What?
I got to witness Mary's niece when we were dating watch Lion King for the first time and see her reaction to Simba. She was like, anyway, pouty face. What can we not say? Like,
Lion
this
King-
movie just overall was so
Listen,
good.
Lion King is the best animated movie of all time. It's
I agree
on
with
our
that.
list, obviously, as our favorite movies of all time. If you don't like Lion King, I don't like you.
That Lion King has not moved away from my list at all. Like, that's one of those movies, like 100,000 movies could come out now and forever. But
Yeah.
no, Lion King's staying.
Lion King's amazing. I think we're both in agreement there.
Yeah, I mean, why did you like Lion King specifically?
Just the journey of it, I guess. When I was little and I saw Lion King the first time and his dad died, I don't think I had seen a cartoon where something had died before. I wasn't into Bambi. I had seen The Fox and the Hound. That was sad. But other than that, Lion King was like, oh, he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
Mufasa's dead. And Mufasa's the type of character that's just next level. Like, Mufasa is just the dad everyone wants in their lives. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Life lessons.
Life lessons out the wazoo. The battle scene at the end where oh boy jumps through the fire. Scar is one of my favorite villains of all time. That might be a thing.
Nala was a baddie.
Nala could get it. There was. It sounded wild too. Listen, Nala was dope.
Kid Cudi's.
Best home in the game. Shout out to Cutter. Listen, Lion King was the best. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Did you see that samurai in The Lion King?
Nope.
It was there.
Nope.
Yeah, Lion King. I mean, the music was great. It's got catchy tunes.
Okay.
Timon and Pumbaa were hilarious. You know, it's just, oh gosh, so good. So good. Up there. And so that's in my top movies, but of course, I mean, that's top Disney movie too.
Yep.
So
that took one for both of us. We each have 4 left. I'm going to hit them with
Hit 'em.
a classic. This is something that has sentimental value to me because of me and my mother's relationship is built off this movie. I kind of grew up watching this movie with her. And not only that, has amazing acting, amazing wardrobe and art. It's an amazing movie, period. Gone with the Wind is on my list. It's one of the first movies ever to be re-released in Technicolor, by the way, too. It's actually really cool. The movie's about Scarlett O'Hara, Rhett Butler. It's like
I've
a love
never
story.
seen this movie, so I
Well,
have
if you have-
really nothing to
If you
comment on.
if you have 3.5 hours, watch this movie.
I know Mary really likes it.
There's an interlude and everything. Yo, it's dope. Gone with the Wind is
But
so
does it
good.
hold up?
Oh, it holds up because it's a classic story of a dude being in love with a girl and she's not really in love with him, but yet she like leads him along, dates other guys. He's still there for her. And then when she finally gets him, he marries her. She screws him over completely and he's finally fed up. And everyone's seen the famous scene from that movie where she opens the door. She pretty much asks for him back. And she says, "What am I going to do if you leave me?" And he says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a darn." And he walks out.
That's
It's
such
just
a G
it's such
thing to say.
it's an empowering joint because his hair is like slicked back. And he
That's
used
the
to have
number
a
one
cane.
grossing movie of all time, right?
I think so because based
Due-
off
due-
of like
due
DVD
to-
sales, everything.
No, due to like if they changed ticket sales,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in terms of what revenue was back in.
I think it is, honestly. Look it up. Do your Googles, people.
I think
But,
I think it is. If the ticket sales were like what they were today
Now,
back
then they
then,
would be-
they would murder everything.
I want to say it was put out in like 47, maybe. So it
All right.
has
I
the
need to watch
longevity that's crazy.
That's a long movie though.
I'm not really sure. It's very long. It's very long. You
But
gotta
I'm
gotta
sure-
carve out an afternoon.
Sounds like all the dudes were like, "Yo, like, yeah, this happened."
That's what I like about it too.
this happened to Tim.
It. Yes. Every guy can see themselves in Rhett Butler at
Right.
some point in time. Made it cool because Rhett Butler was a G.
Okay.
It was dope, and it was happening during the Civil War, so there's some historical facts going on.
Cool.
It was a really cool movie. So, Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Another one for me. What's another one for you?
For me, favorite movies. What was my next one? I gotta think. Oh. All right, this movie hits me hard
Okay.
every single time I watch it.
Okay.
Gets me pumped every single time I watch it.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Remember the Titans.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. But amazing movie. Amazing movie. I love that movie. Why isn't that on my list? So good.
That's actually when I told you, I was like, yeah, we're gonna have one. He's like, yeah, one for sure. The other ones
the
I
one
don't
you
think.
thought
I
of?
was like, no, I thought Lion King. So
Oh,
when
okay.
you said no other ones, I was like, wow, I'm actually surprised. Like this is not on your list.
Yeah.
Use your X-ray vision, Superman.
What does he say? He says, attitude reflect leadership. Captain. Yo.
Left side, strong side. There's so many little quotes in that movie, but I mean, just the racial tension, the brotherhood, just the essence of being human, the life lessons. Denzel Washington.
The Denzel Washington.
I mean, golly, there's just so many.
Hayden
good-
Panettiere, when she was like super little.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, when he was young and nobody was checking for him. Until
And-
the notebook. Said
Yeah.
netbook at first, the notebook.
Till the 21st century netbook. I mean, I know Varsity Blues for a lot of people is their favorite sports movie of all time, but for me, hands down, Remember the Titans.
Shout out to Varsity Blues though. But yeah,
Yeah.
Remember the Titans is crazy. I
So
wish that was
good.
on my list. Like, Remember the Titans is out of here.
Like,
So
I
good.
tear up every single time Julius comes in the door
God.
when his bro, Gary.
And the nurse goes, "I'm sorry, this is just for immediate family." And he goes, "What's wrong with you, Cheryl, or whatever her name was? Don't you see
the family
resent?" Oh my god!
During the time where racial tension was at its highest.
Yeah, man.
Like, it just hits, man.
There needs to be Remember the Titans, a kind of like movie right now. Like, there needs to be something like Remember the Titans right now.
Like that, it was so good. Like, just it empowered. Like, he's tearing up. He's like, "You gonna be?"
Man, Julius, come on, Superman.
So good.
Yo,
it was so good.
so
Love
good.
that movie. There's nothing more. I mean, acting was great. Writing was great. Takes you on a journey. It's a movie that honestly, it's like, can we just re-release this movie in theaters for everybody to go see right now?
Yeah, like Ultra HD for whatever you want to do. Just release it, re-release it.
So let me know, what is your favorite sports movie? Mine is definitely Remember the Titans, which is in my top five.
Very good. I like it. Here's one that I thought would creep into yours, and it may still. I don't know. This is gonna be cheesy. Listen, this is gonna be cheesy because there's a lot of people who don't respect this.
Okay.
As a franchise.
Okay.
But when I say this, everyone knows that when this first movie came out, you guys had to respect it. Rest in peace to Paul Walker. The very first Fast and the Furious movie is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I was fighting between that movie and another movie to be in my fifth spot.
Okay.
And I didn't put it in my fifth spot, and it kind of made me sad.
Yeah.
Because it does mean a lot to me, like that movie.
Yeah.
So trust me when I say it's not in my top five, but that movie was like right on the cuff for me. So for people, because there are some people that just don't get it.
Yeah, so the movie, if you look at the franchise and what it is now, it's probably laughable if you haven't seen the first one. Because I know a lot of people who haven't seen the first one, actually. It's kind of ridiculous. The movie is set in Los Angeles, the street racing scene. But it's more about a family and a friendship that grows, a relationship that grows between two guys that are very different. One guy's a cop, one guy's a felon, and it kind of takes off from there. One guy's undercover. This movie has so many quotes in it, so many funny parts in it.
What do you mean quotes in it? You know the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, so the movie's a quote. I should say that. The movie's like a full quote. But this movie means a lot to me and my friends.
What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote right now, because I can't give you my favorite quote. I don't know what that is. But my favorite quote right now is when Paul Walker, who plays Brian, he goes after a race that he loses to Dom, who's played by Vin Diesel, within the first like 20 minutes of the movie. He goes into the performance shop that he was working at. Goes into Harry's, I believe it is. And he realizes through this race that he lost in, he needs to get faster. So he goes up to this like glass case that has a bunch of nitrous oxide in it. And he goes, "I need those and I need those." All right. Which is a lot of Nas for anybody who doesn't know. So Harry then comes behind him and he goes, "No, you don't need to do that. You've got a heavy foot. You'll blow yourself to pieces." Listen, I die every single time. Every single time. It is so good. That scene's so amazing.
You'll blow yourself
to pieces. It's funny because listening to it now in 2017, you can hear the difference in volume, and you know that he recorded that post.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's funny. He
Okay.
recorded that post. It wasn't even like his mouth is moving. Like, you just heard it. So
Right.
that was dope. Fast and Furious, one of my top favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
R.I.P. Paul.
Like, that's a genuine, like, rest in peace, Paul.
Yeah, forever.
Because I can't watch the end of Fast and Furious 7.
Can't listen to See You Again.
You just put me in a mood.
Sorry.
You just said that, and you put me in a mood.
Sorry.
What a touching song, Wiz Khalifa. How did you do that?
Life is crazy. I
Wiz
think
Khalifa.
it's one of those things where the song was done, you know, like beforehand, and they're like, "Hey, can you punch in 3 verses right quick to make it go?"
All right, let me look at my list real quick just to remember, okay? We're going to take it a little lighthearted.
All right.
Hot Rod.
Oh, wow. Wow. Listen.
Okay. Do you remember we watched Hot Rod for the first time together at my place?
So, Dobie knows that my humor and his humor sometimes doesn't link up because he loves he loves a lot of the slapstick.
No, Tim and Eric, like weird.
Yeah. He loves that. Like too many cooks. Like he loves like
Adult Swim humor.
yeah. And me, I grew up on like stand-up Eddie Murphy type.
I can still
humor.
laugh at that.
No. And I can laugh at yours. I'm just saying because of that, we don't always link up.
There's definitely more of a wall on my side. Mary for sure. I can't watch most of any. Okay, I watched an episode of It's. I watched an episode of It's Always Sunny. Have you watched that?
Yeah, I love that show. I get that show.
Okay, how far are you season wise?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while.
Well, because on season 7, Frank comes in and he's doing a pageant contest and the pageants are like young girls.
Oh. I remember that slightly. I don't remember the whole thing. I remember
and
it
he
slightly.
comes in the room and he's like, "Quick, we need to make a song or something so they don't think I'm a perv. Like, do not little kids, do not." Bro, I lost it. I was seriously hurting. I was crying. I'm like trying to move because I'm cramping, like my stomach because I'm laughing so hard. Mary thinks I'm faking. She's like, "I have never seen you laugh this hard. Like, quit acting. Like, it's not funny. Like, it's not that funny." And I am literally dying because there's that kind of humor. Like, it's not the fact. Okay, let's go. We don't need to go over the
why
content.
that's not. Yeah.
It's the more I laugh so hard when it's something that is so abrupt and so off the wall because you can't anticipate it. Because let's be honest, humor is really funny when you can't anticipate what is going to be said.
Right, and Hot Rod's kind of.
Oh my gosh, Hot Rod.
It's kind of like that. When I first saw it, I laughed at some things hysterically, and then some things I was just like, what?
Like, I know for you, the funniest part was when he was rolling down the hill and it wouldn't stop.
That was funny. I could get into that. That's funny. That's the same movie that they had the line like, "Hi, my name is this and I like to party," or whatever. Yeah, that part was funny too.
Yeah, Cool Beans. Remember that? You were like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. The Cool Beans part was no.
Shout out to Tanner Crockett because he loves Hot Rod as well.
Shout out to Tanner. But yeah, no.
Hot Rod.
But I appreciate the humor now. I appreciate it. It's just not my thing.
I think for a while, Pineapple Express was my favorite comedy.
Pineapple Express, I get that. I'm all in for Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express, we link up pretty well.
So excited.
Did I see the Snapchat the other night? I was watching it randomly.
No.
I was about to Snapchat. I must not have done it all together. Anyway, I was about to Snapchat, but it was the part where he walks into Saul's place right when he's about to buy the drugs. And I thought hurricane season was over. Gosh. I will cry
Did you throw
at that
up in
movie.
my printer? Does it still work? It is really good.
Yo, so good.
So many one-liners, but that's why I also like Hot Rod. So many one-liners. I've been drinking green tea all day.
That was funny too.
And then the scene with the guy who's pelvic thrusting, throwing papers.
Yeah,
And it's just
that was a little...
it's so funny to me. Hot Rod in my top 5 because that movie is just hilarious.
Cool.
Whiskey. What? Why are you saying what? Wait. So good. I probably butchered that quote. Sorry, Tanner. Anyways, Hot Rod on there for me.
Very cool. My next movie on my list, I'm gonna get it out of the way. The Dark Knight.
That's on mine too.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yes.
Is he a sir?
Yes, they say, "Mr. Wayne, sir, do you need this, sir?"
Well done.
Shout out to The Dark Knight. This movie is...
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Rest in peace, Heath. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a big Batman guy. Love Batman. Always have since I was a little kid. Collected stuff all the time. Had toys. Grew up. I loved the Michael Keatons. That's what I grew up with. I thought they couldn't get better. They messed up with the Val Kilmer. They messed up with the George Clooney Batmans. I forgive you because you gave us Christian Bale. I think that Christian Bale is the best Batman of all time. He acted his butt off in this. Heath Ledger as the Joker. It's iconic at this point. Often duplicated, never imitated. I love The Dark Knight. So good. There's not a lot you can say about it. It's cinematically.
I kind of want to watch it now.
It's amazing. Cinematically, it's next level. Of course, it was directed by our
Christopher
guy,
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, who is Inception, who is going to be the Dunkirk movie. Everything Christopher Nolan does is
He's next level.
is amazing. So yeah, The Dark Knight, love it. Love Batman. Have to put it on my top 5 list.
I would have to say I put Dark Knight on my list. I actually really, really like the third movie.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
I think as a whole story, I think the third one is better. But I you can't, with Heath Ledger's performance, he's one of the best movie villains, period. Like, as his persona and how it's related through the camera, easily, regardless. Like, I don't care who you're saying, whatever movie it is, whatever genre it is, he's one of the best villains.
Yes.
Okay? And, I mean, you literally thought he was crazy.
Yeah, I did.
And some
I thought it
people
was-
wonder if that role led him
Yeah.
to the route he took.
Yeah, it's very possible. I don't know. You'll see little things about the movie come out now. Like there's a picture. Have you seen it where he's skating over Christian Bale, and they're dressed. Excuse me, and they're dressed in their outfits, and it was just like on set during like an off time. Really cool. Little stuff comes out all the time where you're like, man, I wish I was there. Wish he would have lived. But Dark Knight, amazing.
So good. What was I? I was gonna ask you. Speaking, I mean, I can mention this. Speaking of, because I didn't mention this, I watched the Batman Lego movie. That was the movie I saw with Lo and Jess.
How was it?
If you like the Lego movie, you will really like the Batman movie. If you don't like the Lego movie, you will probably not like the Batman movie.
I heard that was better than Batman vs Superman.
Humor. I mean, you have to. I mean, they're completely two different movies, in my opinion. That's why when people are saying the best Batman movies,
Yeah.
and they're putting in that category, I'm like, time out. Like, that's not. You can't really put that in that category. No offense, but humor-wise, it's hilarious. They make references to all the other Batmans. Like, they even have this joke where he's like running around the mansion and looking at his weapons, and he's like, "Oh, what's that?" He's like, "Shark repellent." And he's like, "Don't worry about that. That does nothing." Like shark repellent.
From
and
the
if you-
old school.
Yeah, from the
from
old
the
school.
50s Batman.
So there's a lot of little references that they put in. I thought the movie was funny, and the only thing I could think of was, oh my gosh, when my dad watches this, he is going
he's
to
gonna quote it. He's gonna show it in church.
quote
He's
it.
gonna do everything
He's gonna
possible.
die laughing. Like, he's gonna probably think it's one of the funniest movies he's ever watched in his entire life. Really well done. And because we're talking about movies that we watched, I'm gonna say this real quick. John Wick 2,
Okay.
better than John Wick 1.
Really?
It's in my best action movies of all time already. That movie was crazy, and there's going to be a third one coming out, and I got so like hype at the end for the third one to
Do
come
we
out.
know that there's gonna be a third?
Yes, hands down, without a doubt. It's gonna be called Chapter 3. Bro, I'm telling you, you need to just go see this movie in theaters.
I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get
Like,
on that.
action-wise, Common's in the movie. I don't know if you know this.
Heard that? Yep. I know.
And Common
is,
does a
and
good
so
job.
Is, Ruby, whatever her
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah,
Ruby
from
Rose?
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
She's all right, but Common's role, like this, I really do believe his role in this movie is going to set him up for further pieces.
Interesting.
But oh my goodness, what makes this movie great is in the first one, they talk a lot about, you could see that there was this side of John Wick, but it seemed like a very different culture than what we were used to, right?
Yeah.
With the did you see the first one?
Yeah. I love the first one.
The second one emphasizes that group of assassination or people or whatever, and it emphasizes the plot and, oh my gosh, can I speak? It basically goes over that world that John Wick was in that organization. That was the word I was looking for.
Okay.
They further go into the organization that he's in so that you have a better understanding of it. Oh my gosh, though. The scenes that, like, the fight between him and Common is so tense.
Really?
Yes. So good. Okay, anyways, moving on.
I gotta see it. It's on my list. I want to see it.
John Wick 2, Batman Lego Movie, 2 good movies. I really enjoyed them. But John Wick 2, yeah. Like, John Wick, I will say this, when John Wick 3 comes out, if it's as good, if it just stays on track, it will be one of the best trilogies.
Ooh, that's a discussion to have, too, honestly.
Okay, so we have Dark Knight. I mean, next one for me, I know you're not this guy, Lord of the Rings. I'm going to say Lord of the Rings, hands down. I'm going to say the first one, Fellowship of the Ring, only because it was a lot of the character introductions. And just that relationship building process was really good. That movie, they did it so well that I don't think that movie is going to look bad 50 years from now.
I agree with that. It's a gorgeous movie.
It's going to age really well. The story was well done. Now, The Hobbit, in my opinion, is going to age worse because they did too much CGI with it. They did so much. Like, I watched all of the behind the scenes. They did so much miniatures where they did, and they kind of blew it up with CGI backgrounds, which makes it a lot more realistic. I mean, I know you can't really speak on it too much. But
I dated a girl in middle school whose older sister did like makeup in New Zealand.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
for
about.
that. Yeah.
Well, she went to high school.
I don't know. I didn't talk to her after middle school, I don't think. But yeah, that's what I can contribute to it.
Yeah.
She was really nice.
Malcolm does not. Malcolm thinks it's stupid. You can just say it.
No.
Yeah,
no.
no.
'Cause I watch a lot of wild stuff. So I watch Game of Thrones, so I feel like I can't hate on Lord of the Rings.
Now that you say that, that's weird how.
Just a vibe. Maybe I'm just more into like the
Did you
violent-
watch all of them?
No. Oh goodness, no.
Do you think it would?
No.
Do you think you would enjoy it more now though?
Absolutely.
After getting into Game of Thrones.
100%. Yep. Especially since Lord of the Rings is more night related. So you know what? I'm gonna put that down on my invisible list. I'm gonna watch Lord of the Rings this weekend.
Really?
Maybe not all of them.
Are we gonna hang out tonight or anything?
I don't know. I gotta watch The Office tonight.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And eat chicken with your mama. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay.
Let me know, guys. Do you like Lord of the Rings? What's your favorite one?
I've heard that there's like a beef between Lord of the Rings people and Harry Potter people. Is that true? Is that just a thing?
Mary likes both of them. I like both of them. But I will say, as a movie series, I like Lord of the Rings better.
Maybe that's something I just made up in my mind.
They could. I mean, there might be weird people out there. Did I ever tell you that there was a girl that I went to college with? And I'm not making fun of this lady because she had.
I'm scared of this conversation right now because
I forget what it was.
You just added that disclaimer.
But she loved Lord of the Rings so much, she studied the Elvish language and she can write in Elvish. Like, so
Yo.
there are people who really genuine, and I'm sure there's people in Harry Potter that can memorize like spells or whatever. But there's basically where I was going was there's people on both sides who are very, very dedicated fans.
I've heard of people memorizing the Darthorian or Dartharian, maybe it is, language that's from Game of Thrones.
Really, I can see that.
So, tidbit. I will say that for my last movie, I'm gonna go with one that I don't know if you've seen. I recently showed Brandon, our friend, this movie because he's never seen it.
What is it?
Roadhouse.
No.
It's an 80s movie. Listen, has the boss Patrick Swayze in it. So good. It's old. It's about like a nightclub bouncer. He kind of goes in and
House.
It's a classic 80s movie.
Okay,
A lot of hair. A lot
Let me
of
see it.
bad fighting. It's great.
You had some. You like a lot more older movies than I thought.
Yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here with these classics.
Because your mom, though, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's because my mom, my dad, they watch old stuff. I almost put Shane on my list, which is a country western flick.
No.
But I was like, I'm going to lose some listeners, I think. I don't think any of the listeners have heard Shane. Or what's the other one I was going to put on?
I don't know.
Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand
So good. Cool Hand Luke. So
Honorable mention for me was also Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
good. See? Nope. Not at all.
Nerd.
That's another one.
If you're a nerd, you like it. If you're not,
I'm a nerd, but I'm not that.
that humor wasn't for you either.
No.
The humor was. Mary thinks she told me that was one of. Here's another. She said that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I would agree with her because I've seen it and I just can't do it.
Well, you can't date her.
There's problems in this life.
It is
Yeah,
what it
well,
is. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our top five.
Woo!
I felt like we talked about a lot, but we didn't talk about a lot.
Listen,
Does that make
it's
does
okay.
that feel right?
Because if we miss anything, they can leave a comment. Ow. Ow. Yo, I just hit my elbow on the table. For anyone listening on
that a funny
iTunes,
bone?
I'm sorry. I don't know. It doesn't make me laugh. It hurts so bad though.
You laughed.
But it was like a painful laugh. I want to cry during the podcast. All right. So, if we missed anything this week, whether it's new music, whether it is our top 5 favorite movies, if you think that you have some favorite movies out there that are better than the ones we listed, make sure
That was gonna look cooler than I thought.
make sure that you leave a comment on Twitter, Daps_pounds. Instagram, Daps_pounds.
Yes,
Daps
sir.
and Pounds, ENT.com. Check out the blog. Check out everything on the website. You can watch and listen on the website and download straight from there as well.
Yeah, you can.
iTunes, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I love it.
Malcolm.
Anything else?
No,
Anything else?
no, sir.
All right. It's been a great week. Episode 4 is in the books. You are now here, live and in full effect. You are rocking with the very best. My name is Malky. To my right,
Monday Saviors, Dobie.
yes.
I-
What
what
did
do
you
you like-
say?
you
Wait,
like-
what?
Okay.
Wait.
I don't. It's
Back up.
not a good tie-in. Okay. I don't know. It's just in my head. I didn't link it well together. However, I think our nickname should be Monday Saviors because we want to release this on Monday to make sure your Monday is a great day.
I like that. All right, so I'm going to do the whole thing and we're going to try it again. Okay, all right. Yes, episode 4 is in the books.
Yes.
You are now rocking with the very best here live and in full effect. My name is Malky. To my right, we have
Dobie.
Monday Saviors.
You got it, buddy.
All right. We represent 2 mics
Two friends.
and 1
Psych.
ha. We're back.
You thought we forgot.
You know what? You know what? You should fade in. Like, you should fade out normal, and then you should, like, do a jump cut and put it back in. For the
You
side.
thought we forgot, didn't you?
We would never forget.
No.
Ever.
Not us.
Ever. Listen, it is time for our 101 conversation starters for couples. If you've been listening to the podcast that you can get caught up on YouTube and iTunes, by the way, make sure you search the Daps and Pounds Show. You know that we close out every single show with 101 conversation starters for couples. What it is.
Describe one of your favorite elementary school teachers.
Oh, man. My favorite elementary school teachers.
Yo, shout out to Miss Hill and Miss Washington. They were my kindergarten and first grade teachers. I don't know why. I'm going to just shout 2 of them out. Second grade, terrible. Miss Arlington, you were not a good teacher. I'm going to throw you under the bus. You made me cry. I'll always remember that. I'm not telling anybody why.
Heck yeah.
Third grade teacher, Miss Fowler, got married. I believe it's Miss Benner. That's where I met my boy Michael Painich. Frog story. Oh. You remember the frog story I have? That was the teacher. But anyway, she did really like me. Okay, next week, y'all, I'm going to tell you the frog story.
Yeah.
This is one of my most epic stories I've had from my childhood.
Mhm.
Anyways, shout out to those teachers.
I'm going to go. I'm trying to think of teachers that I didn't get in trouble with.
I got in trouble with them all.
I'm going to go with Mrs. Hopefeld. Still alive. Still teaching. She's memorable because she used to wear her pants really high, like it set on top of her stomach. She was really incredibly nice. Just a sweet lady. One time she caught me cheating and she let it go.
Wow.
Like we made eye contact and she kind of like looked away.
Was she scared of you?
Absolutely not. No, I'm charming.
Okay. Well, there we have it, folks.
There you
Rob,
go.
can you close this out?
Yeah, we represent 2 mics
2 friends.
and 1 show, the
The
Daps and Pound Show. I hope you didn't break it. I hope you didn't.